So I'm at the 2-month point. I'll show you the update. So if you want to go back and check the other video that I did earlier, you can see how far we've come in weekends and evenings. So currently got all the rubbish there. Need to book in a grab, and I've upgraded the water to 25ml MDPE. I'm just waiting for them to dig out the road, which will happen in the next couple of days. So we'll replace what was lead before, and then I can get my grab truck booked in for all of this. So inside, plan to still do a hallway here, and you can see the first fix cables coming through. The first fix for the front room is actually done, electrics and plumbing. Not actually connected up, but pressure tested. The mains board's going to stay in roughly the same spot, but it's just going to be about there, and a new box will be created for it. So I've also done this armoured cable, and all these cables will be hidden in a boxed in section there. This doorway will also be moving to here, to the storm shelter. Get an extra couple of foot of, extra half a metre porch. The whole floor had to be replaced, and I've also replaced all the joists, as well as the sleeper or dwarf pier walls. Chimney breasts, didn't end up removing the chimney breasts. The structural steel calculations, plus the steels, plus the waiting times worked out a little bit too much. So they're going to stay, and I'm going to make a feature of them. This steel here, which supports a single skin wall above, as well as it supports in the roof, it supports it's got purling sat on it. A couple of purlings that run across. So there was a brick or something that resembled a brick that was just crushed to dust underneath here. So I put in a pad stone, and then that weight's distributed a lot better. Still gonna chase out these bricks here and this one here. I don't know why they're like that, but structural engineers suggest I do this. So yep, replace those. This side, there's no cracking underneath. I did break away the plaster to have a look, but this side isn't holding anywhere near as much weight, where it's just got a timber structure on it, and it's not got purling sat on it because it's a gable end roof. There's nothing actually sat on it till you get further across around here, which is where the single skin brick wall is. It's about here. Anyway, so go into the kitchen. This flooring section's still exposed whilst I'm waiting for that water pipe to be connected. And also as well, here I'm replacing this with a window instead of a UPVC door. In here, I had to replace all the ceiling joists from here onwards. There was a single skin brickwork wall there that wasn't doing anything. Just in the way, you can see the old line of it here, which has been removed. And these two windows at the end were where the old bathroom was. So there's going to be set of French doors going in here, which I already have the steel for. Here's a Catnick heavy duty lintel. It's 2.1, I believe, and that's for 1.8 metre wide doors. Here, I'm going to have a pocket door. There is a timber that runs all the way across to a section of brickwork over in the corner here. So this actually can be removed after speaking with my structural engineer. The kitchen, it's going to be a galley kitchen. So this side and this side, just need to replace that window, and those two will be gone. But yeah, all that structure and the ceiling's done. Next thing is to run all the pipe work above. I'm actually having the bathroom upstairs, somewhere around there. This is a garden currently, a bit treacherous. So French doors will be going there. All this will be taken back, and grass. It's currently blocked off because I had dogs around the other week. But yeah, it's pretty much the same, other than it's just been cut back and all the waste wood's gone. Still need to remove that dish, satellite dish. Got an outside hose connected, just where I don't have a water supply other than the toilet upstairs, so I can pour some water underneath. You're going to have Cat 6 data points. So we have a panel switch not panel switch, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll try to find a photo of it and put it up, but it's 4 switches, females, for the datas, and 2 females for the datas as well, which will then be connected to the Wi-Fi router, which will go underneath the stairs, and also a double socket. But yeah, I'll just take you upstairs. So it's all been stripped off. I had to rebuild the floor and get it perfect because this is the original staircase. So when it came to redoing the sleeper walls, which I have a video about as well, those underneath there. Yeah, it was tricky to get the build up where it was perfect and the staircase remained level. But yeah, it's done now. So I'll just take you upstairs. Bit of change up here. You can still hear the squeak in the staircase where it's not actually secured back to the wall on one side, and it did previously have a stud wall underneath it. Right, so up here, wallpaper's been stripped off. All the walls except from that one, which is being overboarded. This one's also being overboarded, but I did take off the wallpaper, and I've blocked up a doorway there. So this is the second bedroom. The new doorway is here. Obviously, need to do a stud wall here. And then, yeah, so TV point, data, double socket, double socket, double socket. It's going to be another double socket here somewhere and another one here. Haven't decided exactly where. Just about to get these windows on order as well. I'm going to go for some fire safe. So we have the fire regs. Need a proper opener because this window's blown. I don't know if you can quite see it on the camera, but it's quite bad in person, the moisture build up in it. But yeah, this will be the second bedroom. Again, not removed this chimney breast, so it would have required a steel all the way around here. Steel, all through to the main bedroom, the pad stones everywhere. Just, yeah, it would have been a nightmare. Not worth it for the gain on this house. And this is the bathroom I was speaking about in the previous video, so has to have a full-size door, unfortunately. I was going to do a thinner 686 door. Can't remember what the inches calculation is off the top of my head, but 762 actually works better with where the wall's running here and the wall's running here. Otherwise, the door lining would have been an issue. It's already a very deep door lining, and this wall's going to be framed in 3x2 instead of 4x2. Just because of door lining issues. Otherwise, the door lining is like, I think it works out like nearly 8 or 9 inches thick, and that just it's getting a bit ridiculous there. So 3x2 timber leaves a bit more space here. It'll be a floating toilet set up here, floating sink set up here, shower, bath taps, and that's a 1.7 meter bath for scale. So this is will be the third bedroom, doorway somewhere around here. And I've plied the whole lot. It's rock solid, 18mm structural hardwood ply. Didn't actually work out that much more expensive than chipboard. And then this room, it does look tiny, and it is the smallest bedroom, but it's actually 2.7 meters this way and just over 2 meters that way. And also the door swing doesn't impede in the room because the door's all the way back here. You have a little entrance hall, door swings that way, and the door comes to about here. It's not even impinging on the room space. So you've kind of got a choice. You have to get a slightly short bed if you want it to run it that way, but the logical way is to run a bed that way if you want to use it as a bedroom. If not, home office, and you've got data points here, sockets. There's another socket over there, and there'll be a socket in this wall. So there'll actually be 1, 2, 3, 4 double sockets and 1 data point in this small room. That window I'm getting ordered today. Had to remove this plate up here, sole plate, timber plate, sorry, header, and that was just attaching fixings into the existing timber that runs all the way across. It's not supporting any weight other than the ceiling. And then take you down the hall, sorry, getting out of breath. You have the master bedroom. All this plaster here was a little bit blown, so you can see all chased out for first fix electrics. Radiator is going to go somewhere around here. This wall's in a state of being repaired, so they have to repair it in sections. You can see down here it's all broken out, but this bit's been repaired. It was probably the worst bit. Ideally, if I'd realised how bad this bit was underneath the plaster, I would have replaced that bit first and then worked my way up the wall, but it's done now. So I've got to replace this in sections, probably do it in 3 separate sections, but TV point's going to be up on the wall there. Replacing all the door frames, obviously, and going to be overboarded in the ceiling. So the ceiling is quite out, as you might have seen in previous videos as well, but you've got the loft hatch there, which is actually level to the ceiling. The ceiling is just so far out. It's only screwed in at the side, so I can adjust it, but it was put into the spot where the old one was, and it required me to adjust it a little bit, the angle, because it wasn't square to the wall and it just looked a bit odd. Maybe because I spent too much time looking at it. But down here, I've already bought the finished flooring, product I'm using for the finished flooring. So I'm using a herringbone LVT. And then I've got all my framing timber, because I'm having to break out this floor in the kitchen, the concrete floor. Just there's a lot of damp in the wall. The walls are still damp, and there's been no one living in here, cooking in here for ages. It's just all the cavity wall insulation that's been blown in. So I've got some chemical damp proof product, and also as well I'm going to take out as much of the cavity wall insulation as I can. But yeah, the old boiler, I'm not using that, even though it's a Worcester Bosch 25 kilowatt combi. It's just I think it's like nearly 15 years old, so it's a bit old and it just makes sense to replace it. Got a few lintels that are going in the place above doors and whatnot. Well, that'll be a window. And then a bay window, I'm still undecided as to whether to do a window seat. Additionally, I have applied for a drop curb parking, but they said it needs to be a longer drive, so I have to wait to see if they change their mind on that one. Unlikely, but I'll have to wait and see. And then, yeah, you can see a big crack in the ceiling. That's where I had some dogs around the other day, and they were walking on the plasterboard ceiling. And this bit's not even lath and plaster, so it's a bit weaker. But yeah, that was the update on the house. Hope you enjoyed it. It's 2 months of weekends, evenings, just me. I did have my brother come around and do some work for me for a couple of days. He's bricklayer to rebuild the sleeper walls in another video. We're showing that, and he'll be coming back to do some other bits for me. But yeah, that's as far as I've got so far. I do have a day job, and I do luckily have some holiday coming up, so hopefully I'm able to really knuckle down and push on with this project. Currently in August, around the 23rd, 24th of August. So yeah, just over 2 months in. 9-10 weeks in now. So I'm quite happy with the progress, and I can do an updated, I can do a cost video as well about how much this is all costing. Obviously not accounting for my time, as I've kept a spreadsheet and tracked it all. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you're interested in this build at all, or you want to see anything in specific, or me talk about anything in specifics, how much things cost, if jobs are DIYable, what bits I'm not doing myself as a DIYer, keen DIYer, yeah, just let me know and I'll do a video on it. Easy. All right, thank you. Catch you later. Bye.
She galvanized me, steady like steel, back on my feet, living for the thrill again, loving for another day. She satisfied me, gave me what I want, just what we need, never too far away, loving for another day. But she asked for it.